All right, everybody, welcome back to Wednesday Night Grifbrawl, brought to you by GrifballHub.com. As I mentioned earlier, I am Goose Checka, your hostess for the evening, and I am joined by the venerable, spicy Nuclear Taco 42.
Hi. It's an interesting description.
You are both venerable and spicy. Well,
I'm sure I'd agree with spicy, but...
Oh, you'll agree with venerable, though. Okay.
Actually, I don't know what that word means off the top of my head. So
That's a cherry word. All right, so we are underway for our second match of the night. It is Vital Signs versus Retroactive. So Retroactive is currently 13-7. Vital Signs is fighting for playoff berth at 7-11. And Vital Signs is captained by T-Rain. Retroactive is captained by Alpha. Please, chat box, give us your predictions. Who will take this game? I am expecting a tough match. Taco, do you have a favorite going into it right now?
No, because I don't really know how either of these teams play. But I'm hoping for a good game either way.
And thank you to Snickerdoodle for sticking around to be the neutral host for this match. I'm sure both these teams appreciate it. And let's hear it. It is Retroactive who wins the tip-off, and they are streaking towards the goal. Have to put on the brakes because they saw red as Vital Sign respawned, and Retroactive has dropped back to their plant. And there's a lot of dancing going on at mid-court, a lot of posturing. Moose seems to be glitching a little bit. We'll see how much that impacts the gameplay. But so far, everybody seems to be okay in green bar. And that is Ace Be Silent, who is running all over the place. His hammer is swinging. And so that means, passes the ball off. Moose now has the ball for Retroactive, swinging to the far left side. Ace comes to his rescue before Ace is taken out. And Retroactive looking a bit on their heels in this opening round, especially as a team that's been as dominant as they have been in the last couple games. But holding steady and pressing ever forward. That is only Thresh, also known as RDG, who was up top tanking for Moose, and before he was, before he was removed. Get it removed because it's Moose. Okay, I thought that was funny. The other pun I had earlier was funny too. But so we have a lot of predictions going on in the chat box right now. Very varied actually. Retroactive, Grifbrawl Central is calling it 5-4. Godless is calling a Retroactive victory of 7-2. Lonolin, or Lon Nolan, predicting a Vital Signs victory of 6-3. And Cal's actually calling Retroactive for 6-3. So I'm sorry, Retroactive. I think Cal might have just cursed you. Maybe that's why they're having a struggle so far this round.
Kind of looked like they were trying to throw us the ball there for a second. Oh.
I'm always paranoid because I know we used to be able to catch it. And so now I'm afraid to push any buttons when the ball's near me. Although come next April Fools, that could be a thing. Vital Sign does well to bounce Retroactive out right as they were threatening. Ace Be Silent is in the spawn. He has set up the tent, roasted the marshmallows, and that is it. That allows the Alpha Turtle to come in, plant the bomb, and even have time to make us more because that's how much Ace Be Silent was wrecking that camp. So Retroactive up. First, drawing first blood, 1-0 over Vital Signs, and we are going into round 2. Sorry, I think I might have covered up the bottom. I'm moving, Cal! I just don't want to cover up the President of the United States. So Vital Signs going for a pro run.
Yep, they got it.
They made that look easy as pie.
Too soon, Goose. Taco's right here.
Oh, that's right. I'm so sorry, Taco. That was so insensitive.
What?
New balls spawn.
Never mind. If you don't get it, then that's okay. Alright, so quick answer by Vital Signs, and we are all tied up here, 1-1. Retroactive win the tip-off. And that's about all they've done so far. Just kind of holding steady.
They're looking relatively evenly matched so far. I mean, kind of when Ace pushed in there, he kind of spread the defense again like they were doing last game, and see what happens. They're looking pretty even.
So according to the community, Ace was ranked as the #1 Grifballer in the league right now. So Taco, as a AGLA player, how do you prepare yourself to go up against somebody who's ranked #1 in the universe for Grifbrawl?
Well, I think you also have to remember too that I think that was only like 4 or 5 people out of the entire community. And I mean, because like I know personally, I wouldn't rank him #1 solely because I've never played him.
Retroactive made it look incredibly simple. It really was a piece of cake.
Do you have those like written down on like a checklist, trying to get off all those different puns?
No. That's what's scary. That's just all in there. Yeah, Retroactive with a really beautiful tanking press, just overwhelmed Vital Signs in the spawn. There was nothing Vital Signs could have done right there. It was just too much power that Retroactive was packing.
Yeah, and I think to answer your question, really, it's more of if you know that they've got a strong tanking presence, you basically just that's a good pick by T-Rain there. Yeah, I think you have to just plan on focusing on getting them out of your side of the court. I know for, like, when we play teams like that, if we know someone's giving us a hard time, we try and focus a lot, at least 2 people to go towards them and get them out of the spawn if they happen to get in there.
So double teaming a really strong tank is something to have in your strat box.
Yeah, so that was a good bounce. I thought they was just going to run that straight in solo.
Yeah, that was Turtle who popped him up. He had some assistance from behind. I couldn't quite tell who it was, but it was Turtle in the showdown right at the plant.
It was probably not a smart move by Rain there.
Oh,
like yeah.
Retroactive come up with the ball, and again, like you said, Tonka, this seems to be a really balanced match so far. There's a lot of back and forth and a lot of give and take. Nobody really seems to be able to just bowl over anybody else. It's kind of comes and goes and like waves or something. Just like that. There's another wave.
I guess could be a good push for... Oh, never mind. They did a good job of getting them out of their spawn to push the runner back.
Yeah, Vital Signs in some trouble in a 2v1. Lagged backwards into the waiting sword of RDG, but somehow recover it, and now the runner's isolated. He's gonna have to punch like 5 tanks in the face to find some cover. And that's Melvination, who is a Ways and Means Committee alum. That's not a widely known fact, and it's probably one he would wish that I would stop talking about. But yeah, couldn't make his credit value go down. Yeah, so always cheering for the WAMP alum. Love to see them go on to do cool things. We can count that on like one hand. Running, jumping, going for the matchmaking. Gets a good bit of air, but RDG takes him down before it can actually become much danger. And the Retroactive now with the ball, looking to capitalize on this counterattack. But the runner has a lead tank, having to make some moves on his. Ow! Ow! That was a very strong love tap.
Yeah, it looks like Rain's not waiting for his tank as much as he really should be. Seems to be just kind of gung-hoing it, which, to be fair, I don't play Rain very often, so I don't know if that's how he normally runs, but it seems like he's not really having any hesitation at all.
Well, with as easily as Retroactive has been able to get the ball back after turnovers, I mean, I guess they can afford to be a little bit more daring with the ball. And they do have the advantage, although it is still very young in this game. Vital Signs running, yeah, he was charging for that launch and got smacked out of the air by HP Silent. It's so cute seeing the non-Halo 3 players kind of learning and catching on to the anti-launch strats. You can definitely see it. I know when Easiest Pie and Green Army Jr. played in the championship game at RTX, you could see the muscle memory in those old vets when they saw the launch coming. They knew exactly what to do, and they just kind of fell in. The same thing with Green Army Jr. You guys could sniff that stuff out, and that's really been an education for some of the newer players of how do you read a launch and how do you stop it. And so it's really cool to see that coming back into the fray. It's not as pivotal as it was in Halo 3, but it definitely is a bonus. That was a shotgun launch there, bounced right off of Turtle's face before getting epically lunged. I believe that was RDG with the lunge. And once again, Retroactive have it. So they really have not had a problem with turnovers because they've always been able to just recollect them and without too much trouble or difficulty. And thank you, Rectify Gaming. We heart Grifbrawl too. Thank you so much for coming out and supporting your weekly Wednesday night Grifbrawl stream. Oh, pass from the plant. Oh, Moose. Moose was so close.
And it had an unlucky kind of a high bounce as opposed to the low bounce there. And it bounced right over their head.
I mean, can you imagine what it's like to catch a ball when you have hooves?
Well, I would imagine it might be slightly easier with the new design of the ball because it's kind of hollow in the center. Kind of just lock hooves as opposed to, you know, the other ones where it would just kind of slide off.
That's a good point. That is. Yeah, well, I guess Lamb Chop would know. Cal is a good point. So who does Vital Signs have running, Taco? I can't quite make him out.
I believe it. I need to remember. I memorized their tags. I should have done that. I think it's Melvin.
Okay, sure. Yeah, Melvin Nation 4.
Yes. Because for some reason the service tag doesn't pop up when the ball's over their head, so I can't tell. But...
yeah, once again, Ace Be Silent making plays on defense for Retroactive. He is very much heralded for his tanking prowess, but definitely showing off his another side of himself, his softer, gentler, defensive murderer side.
I think they were going for a launch there. It looked like they kind of backstepped a little too much.
Yeah, they are going for it. And again, hey, if you can keep getting the ball back and you can hold the other team at bay while you do, why not? Go for highlights. We love to see them.
Well, you know, I'm not going to argue that point. So.
Nope. All 3 tanks forward for Vital Signs. There's a really strong push from them. Can they do it?
Ooh.
No! I
Defense.
don't know. I think
they're lucky that the ball actually stayed put too, unlike the Wrecking Crew game where the ball went flying.
Yeah, T-Rain had a killing spree on that press, but it just was not enough. And Retroactive again, just totally unshaken by their near brush, and they're just going straight for goal on the counterattack. They are swift and merciless. Merciless? Merciless. That's the word I'm looking for. But it doesn't matter because Vital Signs forces the turnover anyway.
Yeah, I'm all too familiar with that T-Rain smash to the face hammer lunge. Likes to do that.
Ouch.
Not very many people get the hammer lunge, but there are a couple that get them pretty frequently.
And that's just so odd because some people have epic sword range, some people can just kill anything with the hammer, and then there's the rest of us who dream about it and wish. The Vital Signs kind of putting on the brakes, trapped in this corner. Moose doing well to contain the runner, got the sword out, gonna go for the lunge, gets it. Moose just being deadly with that sword. Good heads-up play, passes it to the center. Turtle takes out the threat. And it's Ace Be Silent who is running the ball. See what he can do with the punchy as opposed to the smashy.
I'm surprised he hasn't dumped the ball off yet, because I know Ace is mainly a tank. So. Yeah,
it kind of makes me wonder, you know, what is going on in their heads? What do they have planned? Well, maybe that's what they have planned, because a nice pass, horizontal pass, cross-court pass, but Thresh wasn't as wide open as he'd like to be. Good idea from Retroactive. Pass the ball, spread out the defense, and then pass back to the center once the defense commits to the near side, but just was not quite executed with the accuracy that they needed for that to be spectacular. Love to see the creativity and love to see these teams go trying it and the ingenuity, but just a little bit more accuracy needed on that pass.
Whoever's running is getting a ridiculous amount of stiff arms in succession. I did not expect him to get that stop. I thought they weren't just gonna let him walk right in there.
Yes, I could not make out who made that stop, but that was, I was ready to say, and there's a goal, but Vital Signs proved me wrong. That they're still alive and kicking. They're Vital Signs.
little bit of a repeat there.
I thought it was funny. It's just a flesh wound, maybe? Alright, Moose streaking down the far side of the court. Passes forward to Turtle, who's open. Can he get it? Yes! Great!
That was a very good throw. A very good throw right to where it needed to be.
I love those short, fast passes. I mean, people can spot the long bomb coming and that can be deflected, but when you have really quick, rapid, crisp passes like that, it opens up for plays as it's kind of like a header in soccer. They're just really, really hard to defend against because they happen so quickly, and it's really hard to tell what direction the ball's going to go.
Definitely, I didn't expect to see a pass there, but they were definitely through. If that had been off even just a little bit, that wouldn't have worked at all.
So some good quality passing from Retroactive, proving why they are a force to be reckoned with in the pro circuit. And they're looking to further prove their points. There is Turtle on the far side, and this is Thresh/RDG on the near side. And Ace Be Silent steps up, gets a clutch kill, opening up a huge wall, or huge opening for the runner. But Bioscience does well to scramble their fighters. And, oh, lunge! That's T-Rain with the kill on Retroactive. Ball is free. Looks like RDG was having a hard time finding it. He grabs it. He's stuck in a corner. Nobody puts RDG in the corner. And neither Cal nor Taco laughed at that, so I'm going to guess that neither of you got the reference. But then
probably
again, not surprised. Alright, that was Reactive Killer, I believe, with the Reactive Winter, I'm sorry, with the lunge, but it does not matter because Retroactive picks it back up and are continuing their tanking, punching, stabbing spree. It's so cool seeing all these hammers just flipping and twirling through the air like batons. Moose protecting his runner. Ace Be Silent cuts through the center. And the runner's going to stutter step. It's so tempting, it's right there. Yes. Waited just long enough, put a little hitch in his giddy up before he went home for the prize, and then subsequently killed his teammates with some love punches to the back of the head.
I was going to say, if they hadn't made that push and scored there, I was going to say he may have hesitated just slightly too long. It looked like he could have got in maybe a little bit sooner there, too. But that's why they're pro. They know how to score better than I do, so.
Well, you know, according to Cal on the Grifbrawl panel, I don't know how to score at all, so. Because you're better off than I am, Taco. Alright, Retroactive looking to make this round short and sweet. Runner staying very aggressive, staying high and tight. That's triple kill with the bomb. Kill tack. Oh, before being taken out by Reactive Winter.
So are we positive Sam actually pulled the host? Because that looked like a decent bit of host punching there.
I'm pretty certain, and that I can't quite tell who put that one in there. I'll have to watch it on the replay. But that was some serious, you know, get in my backpack, I will carry you to safety host punching, or just punching, I guess,
yeah.
From the runner.
Yeah, Moose is getting some really good stiff arms.
New ball spawned.
Alright, here comes Vital Signs going for the pro run, get popped straight up, gonna face Moose one-on-one, gets taken out from behind by Turtle.
I think Al maybe should have just tossed that back on that one, but it's always so tempting to just hold on to it and go for it.
I can do it, I believe I can.
Well, I guess the game's already been lost, so why not, right?
Yeah, might as well go for it. And that is another goal. That is Alpha Turtle putting up his third point, so getting a hat trick for the evening. And I just noticed that there's Moose, Turtle, and then Thresh's name is Whale. So I really feel like Ace is missing out on the Animal Farm that could be Retroactive.
And that probably explains why RDG is Whale. So.
Yeah, so I really think that Ace needs to get on that.
Well, Ace is a beast.
Oh, I see. Oh, well, Retroactive just making no time of that whatsoever, and that's Moose putting 2 points up for himself. So two very wide, kill-skewed, whatever you want to call them, games tonight. And, you know, will this be an 8-1 like our Wrecking Crew Supernova game? Who knows? We will see. We'll watch what happens. But this, I think, was a little bit more of a blowout than people were predicting. ¿Dónde está? There it is.
Yeah, it just looks like Retroactive is kind of getting a better tanking push constantly, and I don't know what the point of that was. I'm wondering if that was an accidental throw or if they just thought they could easily tank past the team to pick up the ball afterwards. Oh, good deflection.
Yeah, fantastic deflection by Retroactive.
Almost right to where they needed it to go.
It's almost like they planned it. Nation tanking hard for vital signs. But again, the runner just staying up high and irritating for vital signs so that they really can't even press out of the spawn. And there goes Ace Be Silent, clearing the way like a Mack truck. He just bulldozes everybody over, and that is game. So Retroactive take it over vital signs 8-1. So, oh, hello, Ghost Swag 2425. Welcome to the stream. You caught us just in time to finish up this match. We're gonna break down the stats for you super quick. Let's see here. Ace Be Silent at 1590, Moose at 1470, Alpha Turtle at 1190, Thresh at 1035, T-Rain at 1185, Reactive Winter at 1055, Big Al at 595, and Melvin Nation at 355. Ouch. So goals, Moose and Alpha Turtle each had a pair of hat tricks. Thresh had 2 points of his own, and Reactive Winter had the only point for vital signs. Defenses, Alpha Turtle put up 1, Reactive Winter had 3, and T-Rain had 1. There were 3 interceptions this game, 1 from Thresh and 2 from T-Rain. This game was 17 minutes long, so a wee bit shorter than average. Ace Be Silent went positive 42, as is how he does. Moose was positive 20, Turtle negative 3, and Thresh a respectable positive 12. T-Rain was positive 12. The rest of his team, though, had quite a harder time of it. Reactive Winter was negative 14, Big Al was negative 41, and Melvin was negative 44. That hurts. That's got some sting on it right there. And you can just look at the medal difference here. Thresh, which was the lowest for Retroactive, at 114 medals, and Melvin had 44. That's rough. It's hard to string a win together or even a goal together when you feel like you can barely kill anything.
Yep, but on the bright side, they did score once, so it wasn't a 9-0.
Exactly, and you know what? At the end of the day, not getting 9-0'd can be a goal.
Yes, that's something that I know has kept my morale up at least a little bit, the fact that it's not a 9-0, because 9-0 is never fun. Even if you put up a fight for that 9-0, it's still, you want to at least get one. At the very
it's a pride point.
Yeah.
But I just hope that we didn't curse Melvin by bringing up his Ways and Means Committee past. Because, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But that does it for this edition of Wednesday Night Grifbrawl. So again, we stream every Wednesday night right here on twitch.tv/GrifballHub. If we have one game, we stream at 10. If we have 2 games, we stream at 9 and at 10. And to keep it all straight, all you got to do is follow us on Twitter at GrifballHub, where we will send you all the information you need to know about when and where to be to watch our live streamed events. Keep in mind that tomorrow night is Thursday, and so that is Grifball Hubcast Day, which is also here on our Twitch TV channel. For more information about joining Grifball, getting into more Grifball-related activities, including the leagues, highlight reels, the forums, discussions, anything and everything Grifball you could ever want, please check out grifballhub.com and grifballhub.com/forums. And if you want to meet a really cool person, go to our Facebook page, our Grifball Hub Facebook page, because our community manager there, Alley Cat, is very nice, and she is very cool, and she would love it if you stopped by and said hello. So on behalf of Taco, your commentator, myself, a commentator, and Cal Bulgarian, who is behind the mic. I'm sorry?
Arrow's Mixer.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Arrow, for reminding me. So for anybody who is interested in joining the leagues but may not have a team, or you have a team but you need more players, Arrow is hosting a mixer, kind of a meet and greet mixer, tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern. So please sign up for that. There's a post on the front page with a link to his thread. All you have to do is post your gamer tag there, and he will send you an invite. It's a really, really great way to get to meet the players, and there are new players there as well as established players, because everybody's looking to pick up players, add to their rosters, and switch people around. So it's a great opportunity to meet and greet the community and get yourself noticed and on a team. So on behalf of my commentator, Taco, my dude behind the camera that does the magical stuff with the Twitch stuff, Cal Bulgarian, and myself, and of course Ellie, the Grifbrawl Hub Beagle. Thank you all for coming out, supporting Grifbrawl and Grifbrawl Hub, and we will see you hopefully tomorrow night, and definitely next week for Wednesday Night Grifbrawl. Bye!
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Wednesday Night Grifbrawl. For more Grifbrawl action, visit grifballhub.com for the latest in Grifbrawl news, entertainment, and events.